iOS 18 has several new accessibility features that are amazing. One of those is Assistive Access. This is a little bit like guided access, but it gives the user access to more than just one app. It's great not just for helping a user focus on just a few apps, but also gives a simplified experience with large access buttons for those users who need that. Let's look at how to set it up. Like most of our accessibility features, we're going to start by going into Settings. Then we'll click on Accessibility. Next, we'll go over to the right, all the way down to the bottom where it says General. Here, we're going to turn on Assistive Access. We'll go ahead and choose Set up Assistive Access. And now we can follow along with the screen prompts. We can choose to either have our Assistive Access in rows or in grid view. For most of the users I work with, grid view is going to be better, so I'm going to choose that, and then I'll choose Continue. Next, I can select my apps that I want to include in Assistive Access. You can see here that Magnifier, Camera, Music, and Photos have been optimized for Assistive Access, but if those aren't the apps I want my user to have access to, I can go down and look at the More Apps section. And from there, I can choose the apps I want to add. I am going to choose Notability, and it's going to, in this case, it's going to ask me if I want to allow Notability to access the camera. And yes, in this case, I do. So I will choose Allow and then Continue. Now I'll be able to choose more apps. I'm back on this page and I am going to choose Seeing AI as well. I do not need Seeing AI to access motion and fitness. And the third app I want my user to be able to access is TD Snap. So I will also choose that one. And again, I'll go through my access settings here. As you can see, you can add any apps and as many apps as are currently on your iPad into Assistive Access. And when you're done choosing apps, you can choose Continue. This screen will give you a little bit more information about using Assistive Access, how some things are just a little bit different. This prompt is just a reminder to make sure that the Assistive Access user knows the iPad's passcode so that they can wake it back up again. And here you can see that we do have a passcode set and it's active. If you want to change that passcode from this page, you can go down and click on Change Security Settings. So we will continue here. Now this passcode, when it says Set Assistive Access Passcode, this is the access that myself, as the person managing Assistive Access for the user, maybe you're the teacher setting it up for the student, this is the passcode that you will use to turn on and off Assistive Access. So you likely will not want the Assistive Access user to know this passcode because it would allow them to get out of Assistive Access. And here it reminds you that triple clicking the top button and then entering the Assistive Access passcode will turn Assistive Access off. So from this screen, we can immediately start using Assistive Access. I will go ahead and choose that option. And it's going to have me enter the Assistive Access passcode I just set up. And now we're on the Assistive Access homepage, and you can see how nice and large our app icons are. When we choose one, let's select Notability. We head into the app itself. You can see that because this app hasn't been optimized for Assistive Access, you have a smaller workspace. but you do have a nice large button to get you back to the Assistive Access homepage. You can see that we want to start asking app developers to optimize their apps for this amazing Assistive Access feature so that it's even more user-friendly. Now, you can easily change the apps that appear on your Assistive Access homepage back in those accessibility settings. So to get back to Assistive Access, we're going to get into our settings. Then we'll choose accessibility. Then we'll scroll to the bottom of the accessibility options to the general section. And then we'll find Assistive Access. And now we can see the apps that are currently in Assistive Access. And if we want to add more or take some away, we click on Manage Apps. And now we can add any of these from below. Let's try adding one of these that has been optimized now. Let's try the magnifier. So now you see the magnifier becomes part of our list of apps that's included in Assistive Access. And from this window, we can click Start Assistive Access. We'll enter our passcode, and then we're back on our Assistive Access home screen. You can see we now have the magnifier option, and if we choose it, we have a simplified version of the magnifier app without quite as many options cluttering our screen.